And welcome back into the channel and my continuing journey on chocolate. This is my second installment on a One Life to Live series. That's right, when I die, it's over. I log in on the very roof I logged out to find it's near dusk and raining. I have absolutely no problem playing under these conditions, however it doesn't translate well to video, so I think I'm going to grab an outbuilding, log out for a few minutes, and come back for morning. A lot easier on your eyes, trust me. I already have the brightness increased to 50%. Excellent. These are the first pair of pants I've seen. I'll definitely take those before I log. Unsure of how long the nights were, I waited an hour before I returned. Well, that's interesting. The pants I picked up are still on the ground. I may have accidentally duped those. I hope not. And I already do have a rangefinder, however this one's in better condition. I think I'll swap it out. And I don't mind if I nosh on this can of sketty. On second thought, I have a bag of rice that's taking up twice the space with less the food. Let's get rid of the rice. Ooh, too bad this wasn't an apple pie cooling in someone's kitchen table. But I'll help myself to that ski mask. Found a few more water bottles since we last filled up, so let's top them up. There, now one chore is done. Now you may recall from my last installment on chocolate that when I got to Mog, I found an Olga and I placed a medium tent inside. So I think now we'll look for a jerry can and beet feet. Blades. We already have the Tundra, so we'll just strip this of the ammo and stash it. I'm not going to hide it far, just right here in the bushes. It'll last on the map several hours. Now that cable reel and light will last a while. That hoe, that won't be there long. Oh no, I've been spotted. Might as well add this generator to the loot pile. I have absolutely no use for these items at the moment, but there's no harm in putting it in one pile. There's a truck just across the road in the farm. Whoever needs that truck are welcome to these. Hey, there's some storage we can throw in the car though. And even more storage. Oh well, let's go creep the farm. And incredibly, I find my third barrel in the third building I have checked. Now there's no way I'm getting this third barrel in the car, especially with the tent. It's a shame that you can't pack barrels while they're in vehicles like you can the cargo truck. Speaking of which, I may just switch my plan up to taking the cargo truck. And since speaking with the server owner regarding my first installment, those protective cases, yeah, they are relevant. You still can use them in base defense. But getting back to my conundrum, which vehicle I'm going to take, the answer is neither if I don't find a jerry can. Well, I'm running out of outbuildings and houses to check for that matter. Why houses? Well, it's not unfathomable that you would find a jerry can in a house, but highly unlikely. And there's another BK-133. We'll strip out of its rounds. Now, you notice I'm finding a lot of canned food. I do believe this is the remnants of the initial server settings before the files were tweaked. Now, depending on the frequency of this area traveled and looted, that vanilla loot may remain on the table for a little while until it's cycled through like I'm doing. And I'm thoroughly going through this area. Alright, only a handful of buildings remain on this side of the valley. Once I'm done that, I'll cross back over to the farm, cut back through one more time. If I can't find Jerry, I might have to go to Vishnoi. Prepare thyself for one of DayZ's inefficiencies. Yep, right through the door. Alright, thanks, pal. Oh, by the way, you're looking like overcooked hamburger. Now that right there is most likely the handiwork of the infected. I can't see anyone taking their time to kill a pig and not harvesting it. But the possibility isn't ruled out that someone sniped it from a distance and is on the way. When scanning your horizon, get in the habit of doing it right to left. The majority of us from birth have been taught to read and identify from left to right. You want to slow the subconscious mind and make it focus on what it's seeing instead of skimming over. And just like that, I shift gears on you from a server review to a game style review. I do apologize, I can't help myself. I must teach. And here I go again with more advice that you probably don't want or need. You notice slight pauses before and after I open doors. This is for potential gunmen on the other side. I'm listening for movement. I'm pretty certain the infected got this pig. Here we go again, making inventory space by eating. Well, they only got about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes of sunlight. I think, oh, nails. We'll definitely take those, for sure. As I was saying, the sun's almost down. I think it's time to head over to Vishnoi. See if we can't find Jerry over there. Yes, indeed, I do believe that's 2 rolls of duct tape. I can make my suppressor now. Well, looky, looky. Another tundra on the floor. I think what I'll do, instead of throwing this tundra away, we'll go and stash it with the barrel over between the park benches. And if something happens that I don't come back, well, I've prepped this car with a few barrels, with a 3rd barrel beside it, packed with the tundra. And in addition, I started a small loot pile in behind this market with the generator, lamp, and cable reel. That's about the extent of my philanthropy. Everyone else will just have to fend for themselves. Alright, I don't know why, but we'll search the church. Well, there is an outbuilding here, but I highly doubt we'll find a Jerry here. But you never know. Alright, it's taken way too long to get out of Mog. We have to beat feet now. We don't have much sun left. That castle right there is Zub. Normally, I'd take the time to go up and see. However, I've already got my Tundra, so I foresee no reason to be up there. Well, here we are, the lovely town of Vishnoi, and it is a hotbed of activity for infected at the moment. However, I spy something that has captured my curiosity. There's a fresh ADA here, and no doubt, a truck as well. High probability of finding some gas, I think. Now, my only standing interest in Zub right now is whether someone's based up there or not. I don't want a 308 in the back of the head while I'm looting up Vishnoi. But there's no time like the peasant, so let's go. It's Bud the Spud from the Great Red Mud, rolling down the highways, smiling. That right there is a line from folk legend Stompin' Tom Connor's song, Bud the Spud. Go check it out. You'll like it. Contemplated for a minute, trying to kill them, but I think I'll just play it quiet for a few minutes. See if I can't sneak across the road. Well, it appears they've wandered off, for now. And another box of nails. Well, battery, but no gas on board. Maybe the barn. I'm starting to get frustrated and open fire. I need to have a little fun. That was all window frame there. Yeah, yours is coming. Just wait your turn. Now let's get out there and police them up. Do a little shopping. Not a drop of gas to be found. All the parts are here. Just no gas. I guess now my best option would be to head over to Rogovo. There is another ADA spawn there and a water well I can top up. Well, there's a water well here too, but I don't want to have to deal with all these infected again. So, onward and forward. Oh well, pointless target practice. A box of rifled slugs for my efforts. Well, just in front of this kiosk is the ADA spawn. It appears it is no longer there. Oh well. Hey, well. Oh, wait a tick. The ADA is right in front of me. You know what? There's enough gas in this vehicle to get me up around to the gas station. I'm still gonna look for Jerry here, but worst case scenario, we're clipping that ride and that box of nails. Jam-a-lemon ding-dong. We'll get that into us too. Brings a whole new meaning to the term paint the town red, doesn't it? Now that's the second patch of canvas that I've found. I think I might have to snap some up. I'm going to have to offload some of this loot. After all, the building supplies aren't for me necessarily at the moment. I'm collecting them for a friend. And it isn't looking too promising to find a jerry can here either. I'm finding everything but. So I think I'm going to have to nurse this ADA that I found up around the hill and fill it up with a water bottle. Yep, El Bueno. Only a couple of sheds left to check, and then it's time to leave. Ideally, you want to use a jerry can, obviously, to fill up your gas, but in a pinch, you can use anything that carries water, such as pot, canteen, plastic water bottle, glass bottle for that matter. Anything that carries water. And waste not, want not. Might as well drink most of this water before I pour it out on the ground. And begins the monotonous task. It would take me 6 to 8 bottles of gas to get this ADA road ready. Well, at least ready enough to get me to where I want to go, so I can set up this improvised tent and offload these building supplies. And like I said in my previous installment of Chocolate, this is the perfect server for you new DayZ players to learn the mechanics behind the game before you encounter any PvP. Not to say that it won't happen here, I'm just saying you have some space. And devs have just released the announcement date and price of the new SAC helmet. So look forward to some of that content coming up very, very soon.